Hello, Colorado. This is John Baird with I Love Colorado Beer. Today we have Tobias Krause with two parts. He's the one that's helping to put on the Sun Drenched Music Festival on May 14th from 12 to 8 at the Denver Beer Company, CanWorks. Tobias, are you there?
I am here.
Awesome. So my first question is, are you related to Allison Krause?
I am not, but it's funny. I used to get that all the time. I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I would get that all the time. But different spelling. I got an E at the end of mine that's a little silent, but definitely a big fan.
All right. I was just curious. All right. So your
Yeah,
title is with two parts. You're one part events and one part music lover. Tell us a little bit about that.
yeah, absolutely. So, when we were formerly called Imbibe, and to those of you out there that aren't familiar, and we went through a rebrand at the beginning of the year and went over to the name Two Parts, which is kind of be meant to is left open to interpretation as to like what that actually means. But Two Parts as a company we just do so much more than just beer festivals or beer events now. And when we were kind of like putting our titles together and our business cards, the owners of the company kind of urged us to think outside the box a little bit and like what is my role with Two Parts. And first and foremost, as an events manager, it's my role and my job to put our events together. And then it was kind of like, well, spice it up a little bit and put something else at the end of there. And I mean, I've always been a huge music fan in one way or another. Playing instruments, being in bands, managing bands, following bands around the country, yada, yada, yada. But basically my whole life has been fully engulfed in music. And so I thought it was kind of a little bit of a funny play on words to be one part's events manager, one part music lover. So that is also left up into interpretation because, I dip my hands into a little bit of the music scene one way or another. So that's kind of where that came from.
Nice, nice. So are you going to be performing at the Sun Drenched Music Festival?
Maybe backstage where nobody can see me, but no, my role there is basically, we've been hired from Denver Beer Co., one of my favorite breweries in town, to help facilitate this first music festival. And, I'm on the production side of it. So I always joked around. I got a degree in music journalism and everything like that. And I've since evolved, and I'd rather work in the music industry rather than write about it. So I really enjoy it. I'm excited to be on the production side of putting this whole music festival together for the first time. So I will not be performing live.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait till later. Would you tell us a little bit about what the Sun Drenched Music Festival is?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the first year for the Sun Drenched Music Festival. It's meant to be, a celebration of all that Denver Beer Company does, like all their great beers, all their great atmosphere that they've created and everything about it. And they wanted to just kind of like take the feel and the vibe that you get while hanging at, the Platt Street location or even the CanWorks location, and just kind of blow it up a little bit more and, turn it into a full day's worth of partying. So we got a bunch of really great bands on board that we're all really excited about. And, it'll be a day's worth of drinking great beer and listening to some great music.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. So take us back where it all began and tell us what the genesis was for the whole festival.
Sure. So Patrick and Charlie, the guys that started Denver Beer Co., basically came up with the idea. They're like, you know what, we got this great beer, Sun Drenched. We wanna throw a music festival about it. And at that point, they came to us at Two Parts and were like, help us put this together. And we were more than excited and thrilled to be a part of it. So this is definitely a brainchild of the guys over at Denver Beer Co. And we got on board early on and just kind of took the idea and started running with it.
Nice. Will you tell us a little bit about the who for the festival? So as far as bands and breweries and things like that, Denver Beer Co.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it'll be an exclusive Denver Beer Co. Festival. So we'll have nothing but all the best Denver Beer Co. beers on site. And then we kind of went with a little bit of a funky bluegrass jamgrass vibe. So we got a lot of really great bands. This really great band from Netherlands called Caribou Mountain Collective. I'm really excited about those guys. They've been doing a lot of really good things as of the past couple years. And then we got another Colorado guy, this guy Bill McKay, who's played with just about everybody under the sun, and he's just one of the most incredible musicians Colorado's seen in a while. So we got his band. It's just Bill McKay Band. They're really funky. It's a really good project. And then we got a couple other really good jamgrass bands. We got the Rail Splitters from Boulder. One of my personal favorites is Rapid Grass Quintet. Those guys won a real big bluegrass competition last year, and they're on fire right now. And then we got a band, Town Mountain from New York, coming in, and really excited about that. Those guys do a lot of really good things, and they're just some of the best damn pickers in the world. And then headlining the whole thing is a little-known band called Hot Buttered Drum that I'm sure most people are familiar with. Those guys are great. They've been around for a while, and you can't beat a Hot Buttered Drum show. So the lineup is stacked from start to finish, and it's something I'm very proud of to be a part of, and I'm really looking forward to March 14th for that.
So how many years have you guys done this? Is this the first year?
This is the first year for the Sun Drenched. The guys, they host a lot of live music down at the Platt Street location on a pretty regular basis. But this is the first year for this festival, and we're really proud of everything that's going on. And we're already starting to think about next year and building it up a little bit more and seeing how we can take it to the next level.
Now, I promise not to tell anybody about this, but I hear there's going to be a secret after party for the festival.
Absolutely. So we partnered up with some guys over at Cervantes and Ophelia's, which is actually where the party's going to be. And we got Town Mountain and Hot Buttered Drum. So basically, it's going to be nonstop bluegrass and drinking beer. And Denver Beer Co. is going to do a little bit of a tap takeover at Ophelia's. So we'll have a bunch of beers on draft there. And it's, once you're done at the parking lot up at Canworks, you just take it on down to Ophelia's, which is just an amazing venue. I love that place a lot, and I think it's going to be one hell of a day of music and beer and sunshine and fun.
So if we go to the festival or the after party, we're going to have to listen to bluegrass music and drink beer. Is that correct?
Yeah, it sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Man, it's tough living in Colorado, that's for sure.
I know, man. It's a burden. I tell you what.
So is there anything that we've missed about the festival that you think our viewers would really like to know about the festival?
It's going to be, it's not your average festival, which is kind of a thing that Two Parts really prides themselves on, is providing you're not going to go stand in a parking lot, drink beer all day long and casually listen to music. We're going to pull out all the stops. We're going to have some sand volleyball on site, a bunch of other games, some interactive opportunities, photo booths, this, that, or the other. And obviously the focus is on the beer and the music, and it's going to be great. The guys over at Denver Beer Co. really pump out a really great product that it speaks for itself. You know what I mean? And that's a whole reason why we got on board with these guys, and we're really looking forward to it. So that whole mix of beer, bluegrass, sunshine, Colorado, like you just said, it sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Of course. Now, if you want to participate in the sand volleyball, do you have to wear a bikini?
Yes, that's a mandatory, and we'll have. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be fun. You can take your shoes off and dip your feet in the sand for a little bit and just kind of relax. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Will you give our listeners your website and how to get tickets and where they can find you on social media and things like that?
Absolutely, yeah. So you can go to sundrenchedmusicfest.com. Follow the links there. They'll take you everywhere. There's a couple different ticketing packages there. There's just the festival only. There's a VIP upgrade, which gets you kind of like a private viewing area and some other perks. And then there's a packaging that you can get for a limited time, and they're going quickly. But the after party ticket's only $10 right now if you buy a ticket to Sun Drenched. So head over to sundrenchedmusicfest.com. Check out Denver Beer Co.'s Facebook page. Check out the event. We're constantly updating it and talking about all the great things that are going on, posting videos, really just trying to get people pumped up. And honestly, this is like the kickoff to Colorado festival season. So we're really stoked to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really love about it is on your website I noticed they really talked about how the summer music festival and beer festival scene is really just getting started, and this is sort of the beginning for the whole thing, and that's really exciting for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm super proud to be part of that. And, there's a lot of great music that comes through Colorado on a daily basis, honestly. So this is just one more piece of that pie that, we're giving beer drinkers, music lovers, and people that just love to have a good time a really great event to come to and enjoy themselves.
So after they buy their tickets, where can they go to find out like updates on the events and things like that? Are you guys on social media, Facebook, and all that? I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's a Facebook event page that we created via Denver Beer Co's page. Go on there. It's all over it. Constantly updating that. You can go to twoparts.com and find a bunch of good stuff there. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. It's Two Parts Co. Twitter, all that good stuff. This is like I said, this is the kickoff to the festival season. So we're really focusing on it, and we're trying to really get the word out there and let everybody know. But we're constantly paying attention to what these bands are doing and, updating from a show that they had the other night and letting people know, just to try to build the hype and excitement for it.
Now, you guys have some other festivals that are coming up here before too long. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So,
With Two Parts?
yeah, Two Parts. Yeah, absolutely. This weekend we got the Denver Flea going on down at the Exto Event Center on 35th and Walnut in Larimer. We're shutting down a couple streets. We got over 160 vendors coming out. A lot of great beer, great cocktails, great vendors. That should be a lot of fun. And then we got a cider fest coming up at the end of May, which is really exciting. We're really stoked about that one. That's just really meant to break that barrier of all delicious ciders, and just keep the word going. I was joking around with someone not too long ago, and I said last year was the year of IPAs, and I really think this is the year that ciders are really going to make a big jump in the craft scene. So really pumped about that one. And, we got the Snowmass Rendezvous going on up in Aspen in June. We're doing the Great Divide anniversary party. I mean, honestly, it's endless on how many events we're doing. This upcoming weekend, the Flea is kind of my start off to the season, and then it's pretty much an event every weekend in one way or another. So we're really excited about it. But yeah, twoparts.com. You can check out all the good stuff that we got going on there. Follow us on social media. We're constantly updating everything and, providing people with just cool things to do.
Well, Tobias Krause, thank you much. I really appreciate you coming on the show and telling our listeners about the upcoming festival for Sun Drenched on May 14th, and then all the other fun festivals you guys have coming up here as well. So thanks again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And check out sundrenchedmusicfest.com, twoparts.com, and stay up to date with all the cool things happening.